Hey guys, my name is Michael O. We're with CHARGED.fm and we're going to sing Ooh Baby on my new upcoming EP. Oops, it's not upcoming because I just did it. We're going to do that.
How's it going, everyone? Ross Bernhardt here for another CHARGED.fm, the magazine in-studio session. Our Dumbo studio is here, and with me today, you might know him from the Sing-Off, and now he's branched off and has a solo career just off the ground. I have Michael O. Michael, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you for having me.
So you grew up in Portland, Maine. What were your kind of first introductions to music, and what were your musical experiences like growing up there in Maine?
Yeah, it was kind of organic. I mean, I did boys choir, I did chorus, I did all stage, those type of funny stuff. And then I also did high school a cappella.
Okay.
And then, that's how I kind of found my way in music.
And then, so that leads into Dartmouth and the Airs. And so, did you get involved with them right away?
Yeah. I got into the Airs right before I started taking classes.
Okay.
And I did the Airs because I wanted to make friends and just be a part of a strong core group of guys. But that led to something that I just didn't really expect.
Yeah, and obviously you have sort of an isolated experience because you guys made it to the Sing-Off and just, it gave you so much exposure. But what do you think are the benefits of, joining a cappella and doing a cappella for young singers and songwriters and things like that?
The coolest thing about a cappella is that, first of all, as I mentioned, because you can just get to know a lot of different people in a really cool way. A second good thing about a cappella, which is musically, is that you learn how to have a really good ear, because being flat and sharp, and that will really throws everything off. So it gives you a really good ear. So those are probably the two best things about a cappella.
Okay, and just watching you and the whole group on The Voice, I mean, you just had this natural performer persona. Is that something that early on, and even like high school and stuff, when you were performing, that you kind of thought like, hey, maybe this could be something, or this could eventually be something I could do in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think I secretly always hoped, and I mean, I always used to sing in the shower. I mean, I sang in the shower so much that I chipped my tooth one day slipping, and I think I've always kind of secretly wanted to be a singer, but I think I was always a bit too nervous to do it. But the Sing-Off, when it happened, I mean, it just really made me realize, this is what I'm born to do.
Yeah. What was the most challenging part of that whole competition?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple. I mean, first of all, we would work 16-hour days, but it wouldn't feel like work. But I think the most challenging thing was a couple times losing my voice. That was a bit tough.
Yeah, you never really get the time frame because all of it's taped, and so you never know how long in between things are happening. So was it literally like you'd only get a week to get ready for the next taping or something like that?
We were basically there for 2.5 months, and so every week was a new song. Wow. So it was never ending. But it was cool.
Yeah. And so then just kind of describe the timeline after the show ends. How do you get from, runner-up on the Sing-Off to now you've got your debut EP out?
Yeah, well, after the Sing-Off wrapped in 2011, my parents made me finish college.
Bummer.
So I finished college, and after that I just moved to Los Angeles. And I kind of spent the full year, it's been a year, since I've been in Los Angeles. And I spent the full year kind of understanding what kind of sound I want to have, understanding me as a person. Basically, it all resulted into In the Beginning, which is an EP that's all about me, what I've been through, the kind of successes and the failures of this past year, and where I want to go with my life, and where I hope to be personally and professionally.
Yeah, and I mean, also watching you on the Sing-Off, I mean, you guys were just all over the map from the kinds of songs that you did, and it seems like you could fit in, with any kind of genre of music you wanted to, because you just have a lot of versatility with the songs you sing. How did you kind of end up gravitating then towards, the pop, soul, R&B kind of sound that you have on the new record?
I don't know, I mean, I think it's just pretty natural. I'm a really soulful singer,
Yeah.
And growing up, my mom used to play Luther Vandross, to Michael Jackson, to Whitney Houston, all the greats. So, I mean, I really gravitate toward that. But I'm also, this EP is inspired by a lot of different kind of veins of music. For example, I've been listening to Haim recently.
Oh yeah.
They're a really great band.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a kind of fluid love of music, whether whether it's country to hip hop to R&B, but soul is really at my core.
And that really shines through. I mean, that's definitely the one thing you notice. No matter what genre it is, it's just got so much soul. That really breaks through. And you wrote all 6 songs on the EP. What kind of inspires you? Where do you get your inspiration from?
Real life.
Yeah.
Real life. I mean, there's a song on this EP called Breakdown,
Yeah.
which is just a song about me being like at my lowest point like ever as a 23-year-old, and it was just I just went from honesty, as I'm sure a lot of people do.
Right.
But I mean, it's kind of you put a vulnerable position doing that, and that's something that I've had to learn. But I mean, it's just really rewarding when you're really proud of the things that you create, and I'm really, really proud of this project.
Yeah, and so you also co-produced the album with John Ho and Adam. Ian worked on the sound mixing. What was the whole recording process like? How much did you enjoy all of that?
It was freaking incredible. I literally it was the best time ever working on my music.
Yeah.
We got it started. I kind of started it kind of organically. I mean, I would kind of write every song and start it in my garage band and on my computer. Kind of put where I'm kind of just direct where I want different sounds to be, and my friends, the people who worked on CP, really helped get my vision across. So it was really organic. We would do stuff at my house, my room, people's houses, small recording studios, and then it turned into this. So
that's great. And so In the Beginning came out last Tuesday, and it got up to number 5 on the iTunes R&B charts after the first day. I mean, what does that mean to you to see it kind of succeed like that right from the bat?
It was hilariously weird. It was really strange because I wasn't expecting that. I knew my mom would buy it.
Right.
I bought it.
Yep.
But I wasn't really expecting that. I wasn't expecting that to happen, and I felt really grateful to the people who've been supporting me. I mean, the same up happened a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, for people to still want to see my music and hear my music. It's humbling, and it makes me want to work harder and go even farther with my career.
Yeah, and so you're not just a musician, you are a humanitarian as well. You've got this great nonprofit that you started when you were 14, the Bugatti Foundation. That's right?
Yes,
that's
right.
Perfect. So tell me more about that and what you're continuing to do with that, and whether now your raised platform can do even more kind of for your nonprofit.
Yeah, well, I started an organization when I was 14 it's called the Bugatti Foundation, as you mentioned. It helps with kids who are kind of in troubling parts of the world with education and school fees and books. And it's been around 9 years, and we've helped over 400 kids with school fees and books. It's awesome. And I wanted this EP to kind of help out with that. I didn't really want to sign with a record label for my first project because I didn't know if that would be allowed. And I really wanted to help as many people as I possibly could. So part of the proceeds of this EP goes to the Bugatti Foundation. It's really cool. So you're not only getting good music, but you're helping people.
Yep, it's twofold. It's a win-win situation there. And so what's next for you come this year? Any tour dates coming up, or then working on new material, things like that?
There's a lot in the works that I'm still trying to figure stuff out. It's happening really fast, and there will probably be a tour coming up, and I'm just growing and hopefully reaching more people with my music. And any questions about, or if you're interested, you can go to michaelomusic.com or my Facebook, facebook.com/michaelomusic, and get all that information.
Wonderful. Well, Michael, thank you so much for stopping in today. It was a pleasure chatting with you. Check out the EP, In the Beginning. It's fabulous. I've listened to it about 4 or 5 times now. That's awesome. Wonderful. Just be on the lookout for this guy. He's too good to fail. So for Michael O, I'm Ross Bernhardt. Thank you again, everyone.
'Cause we're getting closer. They can